games from the University of Minnesota campus.
Here's Teddy Stiga, the hero of last year's World Junior Championship. Of course, he scored that goal set up by Zeev Bulliam on the 3-on-3 that gave the United States gold. He plays it into the corner and heads off on a line change.
5 times the World Junior, played over Christmas every year. So small country punching above their weight, and part of the reason is goaltending. A lot of goaltenders in the NHL from Finland, probably the best developmental country for goaltending in the world.
Now the United States with their first offensive pressure in the zone, trying to make things happen. Will Moore tied up along the backboards, fed back to the point. Rayom walks the blue line, now lets it go. Rebound loose right in front, and then it's covered and held. It's right on the doorstep. In
Horkoff, who's measuring 6'4", 181, big boy out front. He was a pest of a net front presence, screening the goaltender, and Saarinen did not see the shot. Horkoff, as they did at that shift.
Now off the draw, the U.S. controls. Shot whistled wide of the cage by Van Sagi, and it's cleared around to the far side. Henseth lets it come through. Shot deflected in front, just wide of the finished cage. U.S. putting the pressure on here. Murtaugh puts it to the corner. Sony in behind his own net, reverses it to take the pressure off. And now the Finns will start, and the Americans send it down ice. A race for it. Murtaugh after it in behind. Spun off the puck. USO maintains possession. Long shot from the point, right on. And out to center. Rink wide rather, looking for Colin Potter. The Arizona State product now comes right in front. A chance right on the doorstep for Stiga. The BC product couldn't knock that one home.
Puck a lot, found Stiga there for the game's first real good scoring chance.
Yeah, Potter is a interesting story to say the least, as he's a first-round pick of the Calgary.
That are the legendary hockey players.
Absolutely.
One American Olympian and one a Canadian Olympian. So they are also strong bloodlines, but it's actually
normal 200 by 85.
And this is such a special rink. If you're unfamiliar watching from outside the state, the men play next door, seats about 9,000 or 10,000. This is a nice, intimate 3,500. You get a couple hundred people in here, and you have a great buzz to the building. And we're starting to see the crowd fill in a little bit. And a lot of people, even though it's 90 degrees outside, have hockey on their mind.
Probably taking advantage of the AC in here.
Exactly. United States maybe had the only scoring chance.
Stiga puts it right in front of Moore, and the save is made. Rebound controlled. U.S. again, and the shot goes over the top of the net as Rayom let it fly.
Boy, what a great save by Saarinen.
Moore with it in behind. Brings it back near the blue line. Keeps it on side. Dishes off. Centering pass goes right through the blue and comes to the near side. Rayom steps up, holds it in there. Brody Zeemer, the Golden Gopher, trying to get it out front. Stiga had it in his skates, couldn't come up with it. And the Finns just trying to get it out, but they cannot, as the U.S. keeps it alive. Rombach plays it around to the far side. The U.S. now changing lines, changing forwards while maintaining offensive zone pressure. Great shift here for the United States. Max Swanson after it on the near side. Comes back near the coming through center. Nice move there as they come dancing across the line. James Hagens was on last year's gold medal winning team. Got it in deep, but then was tied up in behind. And now it's turned over again. The U.S. again, right on the doorstep. They score!
And back-end payoff, Riker Lee, almost like a gimme putt, puts the U.S. on top, 1-0. And Jim, just seemed like you're spot on about the pressure on that great shift for the U.S. Even though Finland cleared the zone, they had trouble getting back into Swords, and the U.S. takes advantage.
Yeah, they really
jump in the top corner over the shoulder, missed, but could see what he was working on.
Turnover at center. Shot goes off the post as Brody Zeemer jumped into the play. Hagens caused that turnover. Pass was behind Hagens. Cleared to the line, and Zeemer keeps it in. Puts it to the corner. Hagens after it. Back to get it. Sony clears it around to the at the blue line, and a couple of players jumped in ahead of the play, including Riker Lee, who's got the United States goal.
So the U.S. has created those two scoring chances, the one goal and then the post, off of turnovers. This might work as well.
Yeah, it is amazing. You go over the lineup and players from coast to coast now. You got California player pushes it out to center. At the line, stood up there was Kosnicka. Gronwald holds it in.
Boy, what strength on the puck by Moore. Hounded by two players using one arm. Somehow managed to keep possession. Now he's fighting a battle down low.
Moore brings it back to the point. Fed back in, gets by Moore, comes to the near side. Gronwald pinches in, comes up with it. Carries it to the corner. Tied up there. Following in. Tried to knock it free is Versaghi.
Yeah, a lot of board battling. The game has been pretty wide open so far, and all of a sudden it's kind of slowed down this shift, and the U.S. trying to fish that puck off the wall.
I think the Finns want to slow it down a little bit. They don't want to get into a up and down battle with Team USA because
he knew there wouldn't be anything there. He made a goal scorer's move. He actually paused, took it around a little bit wider, and he sent it just inside the far post. What a beautiful goal for Jesper Kuda and Finland, which had two bad shifts and fell down 1-0 a couple minutes ago. 5 minutes
broken up there, and the Finns take over. It just shows you the talent level in this, right? It looked like enough
training, and the benefits are pretty clear. They punch way above their weight, having won World Juniors quite a bit often with a population the size of the state of Minnesota. So great start for the Finns, and this is what we came for. We want to see the
U.S. trying to get it in. Lee sends it to the near side. Koivu back to get it for the Finns. Swings in behind his own net. He'll come. Finally, it's pushed out to neutral, dumped in. From there, the U.S. will make changes. Murtaugh out on the forecheck for the U.S.
Shots. I don't know if it's every year, but I know it's common that they're trying to balance that out.
Right.
And it's just not an option when you look at the best players that come up through the development in the game at 4:30 local time with Sweden. They do not have any right shot. So if they want to get someone on the blue line, they're going to have to use a forward and back.
Stiga forces another turnover. There's Hagens with a shot. And what a comes up with a big save on the BC Eagle.
You can't say enough about James Hagens' play in the game so far. We're less than a period down. They've had 3 great scoring chances. He was a part of every one of those. When you watch players in warm-ups, everybody can skate. They've got the tools. They can stick handle. They shoot. Are the 2 right-hand shots they're using as the trigger man on the power play.
U.S. killing time, but a great chance there for Finland. Looked like they had it as Heil was turned around, had his back to the play, spun back around, and by the time they got it to Sony, he had that opportunity and ripped it, but Heil was able to scramble in position to make the pad save.
It's 31 in goals, so we mentioned they came to Minnesota with 5 goaltenders, and they're going to get a chance to play a little bit.
Yeah. He's from Morton Grove, Illinois, taking over here in the second. 13 games with the Irish, 3.74 goals against, 895 saves percentage. 2 years at the National Team Development Program, 4th round pick of the Washington Capitals, and he takes over here in that period. Good spotting on your part. I just assumed that if they were going
splitting this one in half.
Zemer, Stiga, shot blocked. Puck then kicked to the corner. USO jumps on the rebound. Back near the point, Hagens. Nice move to keep it alive. Trying to feed it through to Stiga off his stick. Knocked around on the side. Jokinen can't clear. And now finally the seconds through center. Goes to the corner. But he's beaten to that puck by Nieminen. Nieminen now takes it in behind. And he'll start out with it. Forced back on the forecheck as Kuznicka was on him. Finns. Koivu back to get it. Tips it ahead. U.S. comes charging across the line. Carrying it deep. Murtaugh drops it back. Now to the point. Hensler, nice move, keeps it alive, looking for room, drops it off. Rombach. Indirect pass, kicks right out in front, backhand shot right on, and the save is made. Good chance there as Murdoch. How skilled they are. Now the U.S. with an opportunity. Drive into the net. Knocked down. No penalty call on the play and smashing into the end. Diga cuts to the near side. Now cuts to the backhand. Takes a shot and scores. And we're tied at 2. And
but I think the puck had a little bit of momentum and rolled across. It might have been tipped one more time. We'll take a look at the replay here.
Rayom was right on the doorstep as well, the defenseman.
Might have hit his skate inadvertently and gotten through because the puck is down low by the goaltender's pads, and next thing you know.
So here's the best tidbit I found about Teddy Stiga. Last year's World Juniors, of course, was the hero getting the goal.
Oh, it's crazy. 2-on-0 if they can get the puck. Lee in the slot area. Cullen Potter trying to run it down.
Potter puts it in front, but that's gobbled up by...
Or there's a scrum down in front, using Horkoff as the net front presence, as the screener.
Right.
Didn't lead to a goal, but then you realize those aren't accidents. Those are things that are designed plays. So being able to do those creates more scoring chances when you're against a strong skating team like the NHL or the World Junior, because you're just not going to have that much time and space to create all the passing to get the players out of position for a clear shot.
I like it. I like it. That's good. Now, he was unable to start the second period, and so now he is back in after a couple of good saves made by Nick Kempf. Because Finland had some chances, and usually don't change a goaltender and tell him, oh yeah, you're shorthanded to start too. But he had to go in there to Kempf, and he came up with some shot he got off. Meanwhile, U.S. comes back. Swanson feeds it across. Quick shot right on, and the save is made. And that being Cullen Potter.
Oh, nice play there by Max Swanson on the zone entry. Got the puck over quickly, and then he started showing, looking for a pass back, giving Potter that option. I think the defenseman for Finland did a great job sliding over. There's always a question, who's going to...
We would watch the replays on Finnish television. It was pretty entertaining. The U.S. kids watching themselves, trying to figure out what they were saying about them. Puck charging out of his own zone. Blake Fiedler trying to bust down the spot. And it was center. Stiga gets it across the blue line. Chopped in deep. And Will Moore back out there again, so he took that hard fall into the end boards, but is back out on this shift. So that's certainly good news. You don't want anybody to get hurt in a summer tournament. And he is in that dog pile along the near boards, and finally the puck is pried free and chipped out to backhanded out to center.
Well, the Finns have done a great job, Jim, keeping the puck down in the U.S. end and generated some shots to goal, maybe even some scoring chances. They've ticked up on the shot board. They lead 18-13 in this tie game, and I am very impressed with how Finland has started.
And that was turned away. The U.S. comes back in. Cross line. Penalty coming up here.
And forward, Max Swanson. And they win the draw back to Hensler. And special teams are so important, Jim, at this level. You have the great goaltending and teams can all skate. You get very few scoring chances, and a lot of them will come when you get the occasional power play. So we'll see if the U.S. can get to work.
Fed across. Swanson puts it in front. Now back to the point. Hensler with it. Near side, Swanson. Tried for the quick deflection by Stiga. That was knocked away. Now Hensler's shot through traffic just sails wide. Just quickly attacking again, right back in across the line. Hagens picks it up in the corner. Centering pass, quick shot deflected over the top of the net. Rebound controlled by the U.S. Pass is off the...
Beyond his years with his short time in a Minnesota high school uniform, so it's fun to see him take on a big role with U.S. national program, and certainly a candidate to play in next year's World Junior and return for the second time. High school age player.
Yes.
He would have been a 12th grader had he not skipped forward academically. So
yes, he is and now it's pushed out to center. U.S. penalty is over, so they go 0 for 1 on the power play. Neither team has been able to cash in on the opportunity they've had with the power play here this afternoon.
Boy, what puck move. The 3-on-3 if needed, followed by a 5-player shootout if needed. Entertain the fans, so don't go anywhere, folks. We got a thriller here
between the United States and Finland, and this is USA White. They have broken into 2 teams. The second game will feature USA Blue. They will take on Sweden. Canada will arrive later in the week, and they will participate in this showcase event as well. So very interesting to see how this goes. This is growing in.
Paul seeing that the U.S. will.
Swanson now, what, play each other? No.
Yeah,
no,
they don't. So Canada's going to play each other. And
it's interesting decision.
What's that Taylor Swift song, Bad Blood? I don't know. We'll see how those players get along.
10 seconds to go in the period. Dumped in from there. On the far side, Fibu. And the officials didn't bite on that performance put on by Mr. Koivu. Puck clear to the line. Rombach holds it in. Stiga fires wide on the stick side. Far point. U.S. keeping it alive here. Early pressure by the top line for period.
Boy, when you get into the chess match of a hockey game, what a shift. You know, it is curious to see how the U.S. would come out. They're all over Finland. That pressure on the blue line was Aaron Kiviharju. That's a defenseman pressuring all the way out high like that. So they're not going to drop back and cede any ground at all. So this is going to be almost like the difference between watching heavyweights box.
Push it back out, but the U.S. roars right back in. Setting up Potter, the shot. Save is made by Saarinen. Rebound, they score out front. And the United States.
Stick, and you saw a drop pass from Ziemer back to Potter, which takes the shot. Now there's a rebound available bouncing around behind the goal and quickly out in front. Versaghi got a stick on it. Kind of a bouncing puck, but that is the difference so far. It's 3-2. Play actually started in the neutral zone, but the U.S. gained the zone on re-entry so quick. And it's yet again another. What a nice play along the wall for Riker Lee, one of the top players in the USHL last year.
And on cue, you brought up Riker Lee, and he gets the goal.
But Riker Lee did not play in the U.S. National Team Development Program, was such a standout for the Madison Capitals, still a first-round pick. And that one somehow gets through the goaltender, Saarinen. You have a feeling he'd like that one over.
In Nashville, rebound pushed ahead, and the United States comes charging into the offensive zone. Kuznicka puts it in behind. Stiga after it there. Brings it back to the point. Rayon moving in. Forced to the corner. Centering pass. And Stiga had his stick lifted.
Which is awfully big for a hockey player. So Hendricks, 6'4", 220, getting an assist on the goal. And what can you say? Like you mentioned, a second of the game for Riker Lee. And depending on the day, there are different hometowns listed for.
Well, it's funny, they put down hometowns and then they put down where they were born, right? And so you get the, you're dealing with different leagues, different level of play. It's, you know, a lot of times they look at size as the big factor, and sometimes when they're not quite sure. Rayon gets tripped up. That'll be a penalty. Long shot ripped wide of the cage.
Extra the third round in Cooper Simpson, and they had a first-round pick who played as much football as anything in Mason West. So you look at the talent evaluators, comparing that to a Cullen Potter who's playing a college schedule, and it's just it's
right.
A very difficult process, and a lot of respect for the work that the scouts do. And this building right now is chock full of them.
Yeah, this is U.S. now attacking, carrying it deep. Hensler goes to the corner, gets tripped up, but he's able to push it to the side of the net. Now sweeps it in behind, but with it at center, takes the return pass. Stiga, Ziemer, Stiga, quick shot, and that's booted out.
Impressive for Team USA in this game and previously.
Orkov sends it in deep. Finns, though, chance. Potter, cross the line. Plays it to the corner, picks it up there. Puts it along the wall, now gets the return pass. Horkoff with it there. Finland back at full strength, so they have killed both United States power play opportunities here this afternoon. And now Finland will look to ramp up their offensive game and try to see if they can crawl out of this 2-goal deficit.
I think I'd be looking at, if I'm the Finnish coaches, telling the players to play with pace and see if they might be able to draw a penalty of their own. If you pressure, you oftentimes, we saw Hensler pull down the puck carrier in the first period, you can oftentimes draw them into a penalty. So when they get the chance out of their zone, they should really attack hard.
U.S., though, keeping it alive in the offensive zone. Spinning on the far wall, Versagi, center. Fiddler across the line, drops it off. Trying to slip it through to Horkoff. U.S. after it there, but center. Charging into the offensive zone. Grunwald going right to the net. And Saarinen comes up with a big save. Rebound loose in front. U.S. Potter throws it through the slot. Nobody home.
It was almost like the parting of the sea there. You had Koivu that turned one way, didn't realize that Grunwald on the rush would take it to the goal and went the wrong way. And it was kind of an uninterrupted path toward the goal and a good shot taken by Grunwald.
Julius gets it around to the near side. And they'll skate it out of danger. Rayom steps up on the play. Koivu ties him up. Puck comes free on the far wall. U.S. steals it right back. Charge it in. Moore circles in behind. Wraparound attempt.
Player, and just a great play. Keeping the puck in the zone by Daniel Niemann.
Horkoff gets the puck to the side of the net. Quick shot. Snapped wide of the cage. Murtaugh puts it in behind. Trying to dig it free. Horkoff. Now Lee looking for the hat trick, and his shot didn't get through. Rebound. Back to Lee. Inside the line. Riker Lee dishes it off. Horkoff shot. And that deflected over the top of the net. Back to the point. The U.S. firing, and that shot deflected out front and ends up in the near corner.
Body and went kind of a stray puck just wide of the mark, and then you had Moore just barely over the bar, and they lived to see another day, down 4-2.
Yeah, no doubt. There have been some standout performances here in this game by both countries. They have to be very pleased with what they saw here, because this was